And you can see that SWAT team member center of your screen on top of the Bearcat.
But, I mean, the most intense portion of this viewpoint right now is certainly that SWAT team member at the top of this armored vehicle. Inside of that armored vehicle, we have several other members of the SWAT team there as well. So they are looking to bring this thing to an end as peacefully as possible, but this has been everything but, as this began as an officer simply trying to do the, okay, here we go.
Wow. Okay,
this is another piece of machinery being used. We've seen this used on houses and front doors before, as we've covered this. SWAT team now moving in, throwing in another foreign object, potentially a gas of some sort, to try to get this person to come out of this semi.
And we're waiting to see. Okay, we're seeing smoke coming out of the window now.
Coming out.
So another effort to smoke the person out. You know, they're really taking every step they can to keep everybody safe, and hoping that, you know, they could smoke whoever is in there out. But we're not seeing any movement at all.
Here we go at 3:36, about 2.5 hours from the beginning of this incident that took place. We now have, this is the most movement we have seen in the advancement of law enforcement to try to get this driver to come out. 2.5 hours later, this is the scene. This person is completely surrounded. We have officers on the other side of I-10, behind the truck. We have that officer again on top of the armored vehicle with his weapon drawn. Several other members of the SWAT team inside of that armored vehicle as well. We have the robot on the ground, and you just saw that much larger piece of machinery really put a hole inside of the front portion of this cab, and we see the smoke coming out at this hour.
And we continue to see that wheel spin that we've been seeing spin for more than an hour since this vehicle has been stopped. You know, this comes after that SWAT officer that's, you know, on top of the SWAT vehicle, this to your right just off the screen, fired multiple shots right into the front windshield of the cab. And now we're seeing that piece of apparatus come in again. It looks like they're going to try and burst through the window, the passenger side window, to create another opening. So they can get a better view. It's been hard for them to see into the cab because the green smoke, you know, really turned that window green. And it looks like they're really, at this point, just kind of tearing out the door.
This has the ability to tear and rip anything, really. I've seen it used on homes. I've seen it used on cars. That seems to be like a blanket.
Okay.
Maybe a blanket of some sort, but there is not many places, not much place for this person to go. This guy has got to make a decision here. The smoke wasn't enough.
Yeah, pouring that out. And hopefully once the smoke clears, we'll be able to see a little bit about what's going on in there.
And again, you see the SWAT team member, weapon drawn.
And the sheriff is speaking. Let's see if we can listen into the sheriff.
And we'll update you all as soon as possible.
And like you said, it sounds like what they're doing is the tactical team is breaking into the cab. Is that something that you can speak to, something that's like typical, or are they trying to figure out what's in there?
I mean, obviously, ultimately, we need to get into the cab, or that's where the focus is right now, because that's where the driver's at. So, you know, again, it's an active scene. So while I've been here, I don't know the latest. And frankly, I leave that up to our trained professionals that are excellent at what they do and trained for all kind of scenarios. So I really can't speak to what they're trying to do or what they would do, simply because for safety of everybody involved, got to let them execute whatever they're doing. But I'm not aware of what they're doing at this moment.
Associated with the active investigation, but more so just a witness?
Anthony, not at this point. I mean, I'll show you what I can see here. Obviously, right here is a hotel. We've seen just a couple, as you can see, someone's coming out to videotape what's going on right now. We've seen just a couple of people in and out of the hotel, mostly workers. But, you know, everyone out here knows just about as much as we do. But we'll go ahead and send it back to you for right now.
So we're watching this, the tactical, I don't even know what to call this thing, Anthony, but it's again